probably the least talked about number one overall pick at quarterback I can remember. It has been very quiet around Cam Ward over the last 6 weeks since he was drafted. And really, there wasn't a lot of hoopla around Cam Ward before that. You could say the Shador Sanders news cycle swallowed him whole. And then even after he was drafted, I was on with my buddy Rich Eisen yesterday, and he mentioned how when they were on the broadcast, they didn't even have a chance to talk about Cam Ward going first overall, because after the commissioner walked off the stage, the Jaguars traded right up to 2, and now all of a sudden you're talking about Travis Hunter. So we'll talk about Cam Ward a little bit here. And I thought one thing that was interesting when I was digging around last week on this, we have, again, a story on this up on the mmqb.com, was how the Titans were able to identify not a weakness, but kind of a hole in Cam Ward's resume when they brought him in for his 30 visit, when they went and visited him in Miami. And that was not that he didn't know football. He knew football. He knew what he was looking at. He knew what he was doing out there. But there were times when he had trouble explaining exactly why he was doing something. That's something that's common with players coming out of college now, because there's a lot of hand-holding that goes on with the restrictions and time that college coaches can spend with their players. You guys have all seen it. The players looking to the sidelines, the boards on the sidelines. The coaches do a lot to get the players up and running, to get them playing fast. It's just an element of the college game that leaves players, I think, maybe a little bit less prepared in certain areas for the NFL than they might have been 10, 15, 20 years ago. So Cam Ward comes out of the University of Miami with at least some ground to make up in that area, and being able to verbalize things and talk the game. And this is something they talked to him about before the draft. And so, he comes in for his first mini camp, that rookie mini camp, 2 weeks after the draft. They have their first. They all come in on a Friday, and that Saturday morning, at about in the 5 o'clock hour, the coaches start to come into the offices. And what do they find? They see Cam Ward in a meeting room with the rookie skill players, the rookie tight ends, the rookie receivers, the rookie running backs. And he's basically running the meeting. They're going over the day's script. They're going over what the coaches were trying to install. They're going over elements of the playbook. They're going over all of it. And that's great, of course, if it happens once. But then it happened again on the second day of minicamp practice. Then it happened again when they started OTAs. And it's become a habitual thing where every day the Titans are in the practice field, Cam Ward is in there with the rookie skill players, going over the day's script, going over the installs, going over the playbook, going over everything they need to go over as rookies. Now, of course, that's notable because it's great to see your quarterback with that sort of work ethic, but the Titans really feel like there's a self-awareness to what he's doing there too, in that he took the criticism in March and April, the things where the Titans really felt like he had a little ways to go, where he needed some work. And he's really trying to work on those things. And he's working on those things in a smaller group, of course. Like, maybe he's not ready to be the vocal leader in front of a group of veterans yet, but he's doing it on a smaller scale with the rookies. You extrapolate that, eventually it's going to grow. Eventually you're going to be able to do that with older players. And a really good sign for where he is, who he is, where he could be going. I'd fully expect him to be the Titans starting quarterback in Denver on week 1. They haven't anointed him the starter yet, but the reps right now, as I understand it, the first team reps, pretty much 2-1, Cam Ward to Will Levis. So they're giving him every opportunity to win the job. They expect him to win the job. I'd expect him to be the quarterback in week 1. And it'll be exciting to see how all this work he's doing now translates onto the field in September.